Hello, and welcome to the third video in my series of guides on how to use the coding website Scratch. In this video, I'll be explaining how to use the Looks coding blocks as well as Sprite costumes and art tools. By now you probably know how to make a project in Sprite, and if you don't, I recommend you watch the first video, but there's still more to learn about sprites and coding that I haven't explained yet. Every sprite has its costumes. It's basically what every sprite looks like. You can create a costume, import an image, or use a pre-made costume. In the actual costume, you can use different tools to draw whatever costume you'd like to make. I'll quickly explain what each tool does. You can use the mouse tool to select anything in the canvas. The reshape tool allows you to change how any shape looks. You can select the dots to show a shape's edges and even delete them. The brush tool is a basic drawing tool that lets you color wherever your mouse is. You can click here to change the mouse and here to change the drawing size. The eraser erases anything that your mouse goes over when you're holding it down. You can click here to change its erasing size. The fill tool fills in any solid shape and you can change its color. The text tool creates text of whatever color or font you set it to. The line tool creates a line that can connect to other lines. You can change the size of the lines here. You can also change the color of the line. You can use the circle and square tool to create a circle and square of whatever color and line color you set it. You can also adjust the line size for both of them. Click up here and adjust it. You can also add gradients to it that combine two different colors or completely remove the color entirely if you want to. Lastly, you can set the costume style to bitmap or vector. Vector is more traditional and bitmap is more pixel art. Don't forget to change your names for the costumes. Now, to get into the actual coding part of the costumes, I'll be explaining what each individual code block in the Look section does. Say hello for 2 seconds makes it so the chosen sprite creates a text bubble saying whatever you want it to say for however long you want it to. Say hello makes it so the sprite says whatever you want it to forever. Think for 2 seconds makes it so the chosen sprite creates a bubble thinking whatever you want it to for however you want it to. This is different from say hello for 2 seconds in that the text bubble is replaced with a thought bubble. Think makes the sprite think whatever you want forever. Now onto code blocks that actually mess with the costumes. Switch costume to costume 1 will change your costume to whatever you set it to. Next costume will change your costume into whatever costume is next in the order after the costume being used. Switch backdrop to backdrop 1 will change the costume of the backdrop, which is the background, to whatever you set it to. Next backdrop will change your backdrop to whatever backdrop is next in order after the one currently being used. Something I haven't mentioned yet is sprite size. You can adjust the size of a sprite manually in this little hotbar over here. But back to coding blocks, change size by 10 will change the size of the sprite to whatever you set it to. You can even decrease the size. Set size to 100 will set the sprite size to whatever you set it to. Next are graphic effects. These are little effects you can add onto your sprite to make them look different without manually changing it. Change color effect by 25 and set color effect to 0 will set the color effect to whatever you want it to be or how much you want it by. This can also be changed to different graphic effects in this little hotbar right here. Color effect changes the hue of the sprite. Fisheye adds the fisheye effect to it by however much you want it to. Whirl adds a whirl effect. Pixelate will pixelate it. Mosaic will kind of duplicate it. Brightness will increase or decrease its brightness. And lastly, Ghost will change its transparency. Clear graphic effects will remove all the previous graphic effects that I've mentioned that are being applied to your sprite and set it back to normal. Show and hide will make your sprite go visible or invisible. You can also change this manually in the hotbar over here. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet is sprite layers. Every sprite is on its own separate layer, meaning which sprites will appear in front of each other. Go to front layer will make it so the sprite will go to the front layer, meaning it'll show up in front of everything else. You can also change it to go to back layer to make it go under everything except for the background. Go forward 1 layers will make the sprite either go forward or backward by how many layers you set it to. And lastly, costume number, backdrop number, and size will all display the costume number of the current sprite, costume number of the backdrop, or the size of the current sprite on screen. And that's all for today. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments and I'll try my best to respond. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.